We're going to get started. Good afternoon. We tend to be on time. That might surprise some people, but we do tend to be on time with our program. I am Dr. Los Rosado, and I chair the Greenbelt Black History and Culture Committee, and this is Joge, who is the vice chair of the Black History and Culture Committee. Welcome, welcome. You are in for a treat this afternoon, and I'm so glad that you all braved this really bad weather to come and join us. As is customary, this is, of course, the 161st celebration of Emancipation Day in America. Emancipation Day was November 1st, 1864. So, and it seems ironic that at this moment we are living in a disunited States of America, and we are engaged in an ideological discourse and struggling to protect democratic principles as happened almost 161 years ago. 250 years ago, we fought against the King of England. And now we are fighting to prevent the rise of kingship in our own nation. Let's hope that we can remain peaceful for our children's sake and for the healing of our country. At the beginning of each program that we have, we do a libation. And the reason and purpose for the libation is to remember our ancestors, to honor them, to praise them, because for many of us, if our ancestors had not survived, for example, a Middle Passage, an enslavement, harsh chattel slavery for life, we would not be present today. So we have to honor those, and to do that, my buddy here, Joe, is going to help. Now, what I'd like you to do, this is going to be a water libation, and as we pour the water, what we'd like you to do is call out someone from your own family, an ancestor that you remember, because we all have ancestors that really had to struggle, whether they immigrated to America or were brought to America against their will. We all had to work together to build our country. So please honor them today.
We call upon and we acknowledge the presence of the ancestors. We ask that you watch us as we stand and as we advance on this day in commemoration of our emancipation.
And as we pour the water, please say Ashe, meaning thank you. I'm called on the follows American ways. Carter Woodson, Langston Hughes, Alisa Campos, Turkey Kayak, Queen Mother Martin Moore, Callie House, Segundo and Lisa Lozano. Now you call somebody, Eddie, everybody.
Thank you.
I am now going to ask the Choral Society to lead us in singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. The musical director is Dr. Coleman, and the pianist is Anthony Piselli.
Prince George's County Youth Poet Laureate of Prince George's County. We're so fortunate such a position exists. We're so fortunate to celebrate poetry and youth and the power of poetry and youth. Kaylee Joge is a sophomore at Parkdale High School. There were 10 exceptional youth poets aged 13 to 19 who competed for the title. Kaylee stood out for her authenticity, poetic strength, and fearless storytelling, embodying what it means to use art as a tool for connection, reflection, and resilience. When asked, where do you get your inspiration for your poetry? What topics and themes are in your writings? Kaylee responded, I get my inspiration from all around me. Sometimes it's in the little moments of the day that I find to be so profound that I just have to write about them. Other times, it's me trying to understand myself and sort out my thoughts on paper. Creativity is a huge outlet for me, so most of my poems are personal and truly from the heart. You can usually find topics such as mental health, war, death, grief, and overcoming these things in my poetry. Let's welcome here Kaylee.
So much for having me. My first poem is the one that I won the Poet Laureate competition, and it's called Kids of Society. Belonging never came easily, for the box they tried to fit us in was weirdly shaped and thin, so cut off our legs and shave our heads so identical we'll fall in. Skin against harsh metal, lock us in a lockbox that tries to keep us in, keep our tears in. Crying is but a weakness, proclaimed by the weak to the meek in new baby beds, not a strength, no. Don't show your fears or try and yell for your peers, no. Don't accept help, just assume that the gun is already in their hands. The trustworthy should be assumed to be unworthy of our hearts while they tell us, trust me, the sin and greed eat away at all that you are, nothing you will come to be. There's a tick, 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 the sound their tongue makes, waiting for the next incision into our minds. The fiber we're made of, they wish to take apart all that makes us all that we are. The scalpel they hide while it's hidden neatly behind. A pearly white smile and it lingers eagerly to find the very first thing wrong with us, as if we weren't perfect enough as we already was. Society keeping us from being who we want to be, shutting us up as we say what we want to say with silver bullets for mouths, trying hard to keep them down, so let the bands on our hands wash away by everything we need to say. Keep the knife behind your tongue so everything that comes out is sharp and truthful. 3 cheers for a new kind of love, the living kind of love, not the love they seem to give. I love you enough to tell you to do this, but their suggestion that suggests the mere ingestion of tiny shards of lies and tiny shards of glass, like telling us to jump off the cliff we was already on. Don't you hear the children weep, their ceaseless mourning, though quiet and discreet, teary-eyed and mock were they, not allowed to have fun. You little blossoms bloom in the light hues of the sun, in the greenery and blue sky, all nature and fun. Here they should stay, and here they should play. Here they will stand, and on bruised and cut hands, showing struggle and stress. Though they made it, they pushed past the rest. They persevered with no, oh, I'll stop here, no. The new generation should be given their golden trophy for soon. The sun will come out for them, for you and I too. Thank you. I wonder how the world would look one day when the green is gone and the gray has overtaken, overflowed, and has beaten the life out of everything that used to glow, that used to grow here in place of these steel bars. There used to be life which would radiate with energy and radiate with life, the breathing of lungs, in, out, life. There used to be the taking of the sun to make sugar, roots that burrowed into the soul of the soil, eating, sleeping, life, death, all one big cycle. It comes naturally and then it goes, but who knows where metal came into the mix? The power plants and oil spills, who knows when they decided to come, and who knows who asked them to come. The Amazon, for instance, I won't be able to tell my kids if that makes sense. They won't see the big bundle of trees or bask in the breeze of clean air. They'll know smoke-infused air, getting high off of oxygen, swimming in ink-black oceans. They'll never know what a penguin is or learn to love a polar bear. They'll all laugh at and hear stories of them only while around the campfire sharing stories. They'll never know sidewalks and morning walks, late night talks on your front porch. They won't know night and they won't know stars, for the light pollution we are emitting is a cycle that just keeps on giving. They'll know flowers and they won't know bees. They'll never know landscapes and they sure won't know most bees. We know the Amazon, we've seen the trees, we've killed the bees, and we've burnt the home of polar bears and penguins, but what would they know? Cozy at home, hands up to a fire, warming up cold, cold blood, beating up a heart that's colder than the Arctic. It's hard to give up the good, the easy, the affordable, but since when did penguins even know the value of $1? Since when did polar bears try to take things from us from way over yonder? Our homes are intact, our land remains ours, and yet our land doesn't seem a whole lot of just ours. Thank you. Some things are too good to be true. I know this because sometimes rain comes on sunny days and daffodils can survive the winter but get trampled on by sleighs in the snow. I know this because meteors provide great shows of fun, passing over us and sprinkling their cosmic light, but probably ending up somewhere dim and dull, not as bright as they seemed before. Some things are too good to be true because although I'm still alive and well, passing exams and exams, will it ever be enough to pass the true test? Will it be enough to make it through life? While things can be both true and good, I wonder what happens when you take a further look past the good and only at what's true. Does a rainbow ever really stay magical? Doesn't it fade away? And do we ever really stay happy? Don't we find some dip in our day? We find the bad things much larger than the good. We find the cool things much more serious than the good way to go. And it's impossibly impeccable that we as living beings have the ability to do this. For what else but doubting the good that we see can make us any more remarkably complex than we already are. The complexity that is you and me, it makes it so that it takes two to see. See the good in one another, so I can see the good in you, and you'll see the good in me. Some things are too good to be true, because when I'm told the good news that I have a chance at something new, something amazing, I'll swat it away and say, there isn't something good like that can happen to me, as if I've never ever seen the rain that comes out on this sparkly sunny day, unknowingly watering the trees, as well as basking in the breeze. They're getting sunlight as well as a refreshing drink, all because the rain poured down on an impossibly sunny day. And so I think I'm done. I think I'm done doubting the good things that can happen to me, and I'm done thinking that bad things deserve all the glory and attention. For what if I only mention good and bad in the same sentence? Last night, I stayed up doing homework I should have done earlier, and it's a bad habit, procrastination. It's something horrible. Nonetheless, something that happens. But did I mention the feeling of relief when the late hours of night came and the sweet serene quiet of the night fell over me? To me, it's not a disease to do what needs to be done. I will both fail and succeed. Both harmonies are overwhelmingly equal. So yes, some things are too good to be true, because why wouldn't you mention how you got there through trial and error instead of just a happy destination? Thank you. This last poem is called 100 Million Years Ago. Does nobody take a glance as they pass the kitchen, passed out? Does nobody take a glance as they pass the kitten passed out on the road, asleep by all of the passing cars? She sleeps while her owner makes a tremendous number of calls, her face posted on every wall, plastered in large letters, "Have you seen me?" Written in pitch black bold ink, and I have seen you. We have all seen you, but we don't dare to call. Embarrassed to pass on the news that somebody's baby was hit by a car, and embarrassed to say we drove by without a second thought. This is fine, we probably thought. This is normal. Roadkill on the side of the road, babies crying passed out on the sidelines. Careless drivers driving down dirt and returning to dust the animals that once were. You cover your children's eyes and shield their hearts, scared to expose them to the cruelty that lay motionless. They notice this, but they don't notice that the driver who drove over the dreaded body was once a kid too. Sure, it could be an accident, but since when were heaps of scrap and gas, paved roads and concrete paths a part of a green world? I bet 100 million years ago, there were no big bustling buses or cars that cracked down on the gas. I bet 100 million years ago, nature was at its finest. Prey and predator where the advantage was equal, where prey wasn't preyed on by tons of manufactured tools, where prey had a place to go, dens and forests untouched by axes and tourists. Clean water that didn't taste of gunk, clean forest floors that didn't pierce paws with plastic, serene sounding surroundings that didn't soil their hearing. Neither were there men with rifles, ready to run after the brunt of the pack, claiming it's for the love of the game. We'll never be back to 100 billion years ago. We're stuck with paved roads and gray waters, stuck with people in chairs commanding an army, brutally butchering body after body since their beliefs are different than ours, since their way of living is different than ours, since our heads can't think and be rational for once, since our mouths are closed and can't talk things out for once. 100 million years ago, we'd be playing in gardens and raising our children. We'd be tending to our farms and eating homemade butter. 100 million years ago, a kitten wouldn't be found dead on the side of the road, all because the driver was on their phone. Thank you.
Introducing our guest, the Prince George's Choral Society. And I would like to piggyback on what Dr. Rosado said. We are in for a real treat. I had the opportunity to attend one of their concerts. I was blown away by the harmony and by the words that were in their song. Had a lot of depth to it. I really enjoyed myself. Okay, but at this time, also, I would like to bring Dr. Coleman, who is the artistic director, to come and speak about the Choral Society, if you will.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, you have to do a whole much better job than that. We're about to sing. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, there you are. Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here. We are the Prince George's County Choral Society. We are a society of singers. We are a community choir, and I can guarantee you, after you hear us sing, you will want to join us. I am blessed every week to be able to work with these amazing community people who spend all of their days doing amazing things, and then we convene on Wednesdays to have a wonderful time of making music, building community, and just getting to know each other. We are a very diverse group of singers. We come from all backgrounds, all walks of life. We are always welcoming new members. And so we'd love to have you come join us, and we'd love for you to look us to perform, because we're really good. At this time, I'd like to ask the choir to stand and take the risers. I'd like to give an acknowledgement to our collaborative pianist, Mr. Anthony Mazzelli.
For he alone can heal.
members attended the Greenbelt Orchestra concert here in February. And after the concert, they came up to me and they said, we are from the Prince George's County Choral Society, and we would like to perform for next year or whenever you have another program. And they were very persistent, weren't you? And I am so honored that I listened and that you're here. And I think we're going to ask you one more. I'd like the members of the Greenbelt Black History and Culture Committee to stand to be acknowledged, please. Thank you all for being here today. And look, we still have time to enjoy this nice warm weather. Thank you so much.